Hello everyone and welcome back to the Common Sense Crypto channel. As with you always, this is Rich doing another video today on XRP. So I hope you're all having a wonderful day today wherever you are in this great world. We're gonna talk about XRP. And once again, this is the 1-day chart. We're sitting here at 56 cents. There was another pullback today. And XRP just pulled back with the rest of the market. Some people still think we're gonna go much lower before we finally start to break out. I'm just waiting for it to happen. Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer sets goal to pass crypto legislation by the end of this year. My goal is to get something passed out of the Senate and into law by the end of the year. And I believe we can make that happen, the New York Democrats said on Wednesday night during the Crypto for Harris town hall. Now, here's the only problem I see with this. If they're going to fast track something, that's not good for retail investors. We got to make sure retail investors are protected in this crypto legislation. However, this is very good for crypto because this can lead to mass adoption. Even in the videos I make on XRP, I keep telling you, we're waiting for regulations. Once regulations come, mass adoption will happen. This comes from smoke. It's all coming out. Democratic leader aiming to pass crypto legislation by the end of the year. JP Morgan predicts stablecoin bill to pass before election. Russian international crypto transactions plus CBDC starting end of 2024. UK stablecoin legislation end of 2024. Fair market value of crypto revealed end of 2024. MiCA crypto regulation full implementation in the EU end of 2024. Bull cycle underway. If all this regulations get put in place by the end of this year, you could expect utility to be driving the price of XRP early 2025. We could see tokenization happening on the XRP ledger at a very high volume, leading to massive price spikes on the price of XRP. Plus that fair market value of crypto coming at the end of this year, that could be very big as well. How institutional FOMO happens for FedNow by the end of 2024. This is also very big. As the number of corporate participants in FedNow rises to 50% suddenly, there will be a greater justification for participants to try and connect various domestic instant payment networks. Fed represents state that they are counting down on FOMO within financial community to adopt FedNow to stay competitive with other banks, and the adoption number rises for the payment service. And a FedNow report to U.S. credit unions state by the end of the year, 50% of banks and credit unions will be up and running with FedNow. Once this projected threshold of 50% FedNow adoption is reached, institutional FOMO will begin. That's also going to happen throughout the rest of this year. So when people are discouraged because the price of XRP isn't moving right now, you got to look at the much bigger picture. A lot of things are happening behind the scenes. Other things are happening as well that we're getting announcements on at the same time. And remember, earlier this year, Treasury officials called for action from U.S. policymakers to regulate crypto before the next crisis hits. And they already know these crises are coming because most of the time they are the ones creating the crisis. Look what's going on with inflation. The Fed creates inflation, then fights inflation. Same thing with crisis. The government creates the crisis and then gives you the solution to the crisis. Now, a lot of people said YouTubers made up Flip the Switch. No, we didn't. Flip the Switch came from Ripple themselves. It's all about the timing of the switch towards a newer connectivity and tech model. What it is it's a switch from what we have now into something digital, something better. And that's what Ripple's been trying to do all along. Major financial companies, including JP Morgan, HSBC, Franklin Templeton, are flipping the switch on blockchain in 2024. You see it right here. Flip the switch is nothing new. David Schwartz has mentioned it multiple times in the past. We are getting to that flip of the switch moment. ISO is also coming as well. Everything going forward is absolutely incredible for XRP holders. You just got to make it through the long, sideways, drawn out price movement. All of a sudden, you will get rewarded for all the agony you went through, because this is agonizing. Don't get me wrong. I know exactly what you are all feeling, because I'm feeling it too. The frustration of watching XRP move up 4 cents, drop back down 3 cents, go up 2 cents, drop back down 3 cents again, and then repeat all over. It is very frustrating, but you gotta make it through this. IMF tokenization panel discussing banks and financial institutions currently tokenizing their assets on a blockchain. The switch is already happening. Listen closely.
And what you're doing is we're putting together a process framework, a governance framework for banks to tokenize their asset on this network. For example, you can tokenize from money market fund to bonds, to equities, to deposits, and put that representation on the network and allow it to move between two parties. Today in Singapore, almost close to a dozen banks are already productionalizing their asset on the network. Standard Chartered Bank just announced, I think a few months back, they're tokenizing their trade receivables. UBS is tokenizing their money market fund. JPM is tokenizing their deposits. So you can see that switch is happening already. And from a market efficiency perspective, you are dramatically reducing the operational processes out of the system. So we feel that without going into the complex definition of what token is, from a legal standpoint or from an academic standpoint, I look at it as pure tech delight, complete tech delight. You take that piece of asset, put it in the network, where you can mix two things, the value of the asset and ownership of the asset into a single piece of token. And if I can get the network governed properly, you can move the asset among ourselves without the need for people to reconcile between databases.
So once all these tokenized assets start moving around the network, that's where the value's really going to come from for XRP, moving that value on a daily basis. You know, the next move higher is near. This comes from Pharaoh X. When Coinbase disables my account from buying and support starts asking me if there are any third parties giving me advice on what to buy or accessing my account, as if they're about to pump one of the coins I've been buying. Maybe I'm thinking too deep into it. I don't know, but that's definitely suspicious from their end. Regardless, they know what's coming. Take all your crypto off the exchanges. I've been telling you for a long time now, you don't go to the store and buy groceries and leave the groceries at the store. Why would you leave your crypto at the exchanges? All these exchanges know something is coming. They're expecting it to happen already. Look what happened when Bitcoin achieved a new all-time high. All the exchanges started going down because they don't want you selling at the top. And everybody says, oh, I'm going to definitely time the top perfectly. Well, you won't be selling the top. You might be able to time it. But when the time comes, all of a sudden the exchange goes down and you got to wait for the price to drop, then you can sell. We've seen it time and time again. But I don't trust the exchanges 100%. I don't think any of them are 100% safe. And that's why I choose to keep my crypto on Ledger and Decent, because I just don't know what's going on behind the scenes at any of these exchanges. I wonder which expert company they will choose to partner with for this. Germany's state-owned bank to officially issue tokenized bonds. You know, Germany dumped all of their Bitcoin, and I think they knew something big is coming for Bitcoin. I'm going to talk about that more in another video. I think these countries already know the path that we're on, and they don't see a future with Bitcoin. But take notice now how they're going to start issuing tokenized bonds. That's the next step. The same thing's going to happen here in the US and every other country as well. Ripple Chief Legal Officer Stuart Alderoty, XRP status as not a security and the secondary market trading of XRP as not security transactions. That is the law of the land, and that does not change even if the SEC appeals. I see people all over X saying, oh, once the SEC appeals, XRP is going to be deemed a security. That's not even what it's about. If the SEC appeals, they're going after more money from Ripple. They want a bigger settlement. That's what that comes down to. I don't even think they're going to appeal that. And the law of the land is that XRP is not a security, and it won't be a security going forward. The analyst foresees a massive 42,000% breakout in XRP's price, potentially pushing the cryptocurrency beyond the $250 mark. Now that the Rippleverse SEC case, the judge made her decision. The price points are back. I see a lot of them. Some people are saying we're going to $500 plus. Other people are saying even higher than that. Other people are saying conservative 3 digits, $100. Conservative to me is this. If we break above $27, I think that's going to be absolutely incredible, because that's a number that's been floating around the XRP community for years now. And a lot of people are saying that is definitely achievable once alt season begins. Other people are saying we're going to have a massive blow off top and we're going to hit much higher prices. We will know better once this run begins. The run has not even started yet. XRP is still sitting here at 56 cents is what I'm saying. But the reason that all these price predictions are happening all of a sudden is because the hype around the Rippleverse SEC case has ended. So now they need to hype something else. I see more and more talk about the ETFs. We don't need a garbage ETF for XRP. And that's the end of the story. There's no reason to build hype around it. There's ETPs overseas already for XRP. Look at the wonders it's doing for the price of XRP. It's doing nothing for the price. What's going to move the price is crypto regulations and adoption and real value flowing into XRP. Ripple's IPO will be the next big thing, in my opinion, once regulations are put in place. And that fair market value coming at the end of the year, that's going to be incredible. Because right now, everybody's basing everything off previous cycles and market cap. But the price of XRP right now, in my opinion, is not correct in any way. Way too much growth around this cryptocurrency for it to be sitting here at 56 cents. And I'll tell you the same thing about QNT and XLM and XDC and HBAR. They should all be at much higher prices. Every single ISO cryptocurrency is sitting at a rock bottom price right now. They're sitting at prices that are criminal, in my opinion. I honestly think XRP's true market value right now is most likely $5 plus. Then we start to watch utility drive the price later. That's going to be game changing when it happens. That will end the 4-year cycles. It will end the argument around market cap, and it will end all the hate towards XRP. Because everybody at that moment is going to have it. And that's why I'm always urging you to make it through this right here. This sideways movement. Look at it. You see it. We're in this channel now between 55 and 60 cents. We were stuck between 50 and 55 cents for over a month and a half. You gotta make it through it. Until it all happens, stay patient, stay positive, and let's get rich together. With that said, I'm gonna wrap up this video. I want to thank you all for watching. I appreciate all of you. I'll see you in the next one. Have a great night.